Welcome to Workout Master Healthy Living episode 34. This is Ruben.
And you're Aram.
That's absolutely right. I'm Aram. We're going to talk today about coffee. And I'm a little hyper today, and I haven't had any coffee today at all. This is the thing, guys. Coffee is huge. It's very common. It's all over the place, and we get a lot of questions, yeah? Should I drink coffee? Should I not drink coffee? So we're going to tear this one apart.
Let's go for it. Coffee.
Coffee, coffee, coffee. Would you like an espresso?
It's the devil's cup. I love coffee. And if I was to tell any of my clients that they shouldn't drink coffee, I would slap myself in the face for being a hypocrite. But since I like coffee so much, and I've read quite a bit about it, and there is so much good information in as far as the benefits that it has, and because I like the flavor of it so much, plus I enjoy making it, I have really good equipment to make really good coffee every morning for myself and my girl. I use it and I like it. Mm-hmm. I understand that it does have certain detriments that overusing coffee can actually push your adrenals to a grade of actually harm, and we'll leave it at that. There's times in my life that I have had to quit coffee because I was, for example, repairing my adrenal glands. So for X amount of months I didn't touch it. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to it with a vengeance, mm-hmm, because I like it that much once again. So the important things about coffee: it does contain antioxidants. At the same time, it makes it, quote unquote, a very acidic environment in your stomach. But the stomach, once again, it has to be acidic, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to break down a lot of the nutrients that you ingest. The one thing that you have to keep in mind about coffee is that you always have to buy a really good quality, organic, shade-grown, fair trade coffee, because otherwise you're contributing to the demise of a lot of people. Organic, because you're looking for your health. You don't want your coffee to be, laden with all kinds of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and any other thing that you can think of that comes into mind. Shade grown, because that's where the best coffee grain always occurs, in the shade. They have all this canopy, all the trees in top of the coffee plants, and that's what gives the coffee the best flavor. And it's not like a roasted, commercial garbage that most people, unfortunately, have to drink because they don't know of anything else. And fair trade, because coffee tends to grow in very poor countries, and you know what happens to those people that live in very poor countries when they produce a crop that is
don't get paid.
So they get shafted. It is what it is, and I don't want to be part of that. I think everybody should make a decent living, and coffee growers should make money just like I make money or any of my friends make money. It's only fair, and it's a lot of hard work actually to grow coffee. It's a labor of love, I will say that, because they know what they're putting out. Now, as far as drinking coffee, it does have an effect on the physiological, response level.
Absolutely.
So it's important that you drink your coffee in the morning. You should never have any coffee, I will say 1 to 2 p.m., no later than that, because caffeine has a half-life cycle of about 6 hours, I believe it is.
I don't remember.
6 to 4 hours. It could vary. And
so basically, if you drink it, it releases it creates a stress response.
Yes, that's obviously
stress response. So you're going to get a cortisol released into your bloodstream. Right. And if you drink it too late, you will be under stress while you're trying to go to sleep, which is going to create a lot of trouble.
Very well put.
Yeah.
It's all due to the caffeine, how it shifts your nervous system into parasympathetic response, creates cortisol, and in the presence of cortisol, you cannot release serotonin to be converted to melatonin for that particular hormone to make the transition from daytime into nighttime when you go to sleep.
So it's important to understand that the coffee also is very high in antioxidants.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is, and then remember, antioxidants is something that fights free radicals, mm-hmm, and the free radicals are the bad things that try to destroy your body, and antioxidants are there to neutralize the free radicals. Another good thing about coffee is actually, if you cannot poop, which you're probably going to talk about, it is aggravating your digestive tract, and it does going to make you go to the restroom quite quickly. I think that's why it's very common to have a cigarette and coffee, and next thing you know, people will just run to the bathroom.
I'll just have a coffee. But it's very, very true.
But if you have a cigarette, just make sure you have an organic one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. There is actually, by the way.
Of course.
There is organic tobacco.
Of course.
I should know.
This is the thing about coffee. I don't like when people say this is good or this is bad. Some things are horrible. Like say, genetically modified food, I don't care where it comes from, it's horrendous. I think it's a shame that we even have it in this country, where a bunch of other countries are not allowing to sell something of that sort. But within the food that the God created, there's really no good or bad. It's just some of them you can use in some quantities, and you shouldn't abuse them, and other ones you probably use in better quantities, more quantities. So think about yourself. How do you feel from coffee? I know people that even have a little bit of coffee and they go bananas. You know, if they go really cuckoo after drinking coffee, then obviously it's not for you. You're sensitive to it. Be careful. Now, if you drink coffee, it gives you something, and you feel like you're getting an energy, you can use something to do something good, by no means, you should be using it.
It's actually that you said that, because that's a very spiritual thing to say, that if you feel that it gives you energy, do something good with that energy. And that's what most people don't understand. It creates a lot of conflict between, you know, vegetarians and non-vegetarians, because the whole thing that we talk about.
It's kind of like a waste of energy. It doesn't matter what you eat, what you drink. If you do something good with what you have, we're going to be living in a whole lot better place.
Absolutely.
So coffee is one of those products that you can use for advantage. By the way, let's say I play soccer. I know for a fact, if I have a shot espresso before I play soccer, I can run by far better than without a shot espresso. So it's kind of like a secret recipe for somebody who's an athlete and does well on it to do something like that. Now, it's not banned by any means.
No, I had my shot of espresso before I go work out and stuff.
But I know a lot of people that have a shot of espresso and they just cannot function at all. So by no means should not have it.
Right.
So important points. If you drink coffee, make sure it's organic, it's fair trade. It's the best food on earth, made by best farmers on earth. Make sure that you don't drink it too late in the afternoon, so nothing after 2?
After 2 p.m. I will give it that much of a leeway.
One thing, if you feel guys, you get addicted to coffee, let's say you get up in the morning and you're like, oh, where's my coffee, where's my coffee? That's an addiction sign. So don't do it for some time, let your body recover, and then maybe go back at it. Yeah, so don't abuse it. So don't go and start increasing your doses. I see people having like 5 venti coffees every day. I mean, that's already a serious addiction. Just be conscious about your consumption of coffee.
Absolutely. And another thing, guys, if you drink coffee like later in the afternoon and it doesn't have an effect on you as far as revving you up, then you're in trouble too, because your body's not even responding. And that's something very common that I hear from people. He goes, oh, I can have coffee right before I go to bed, and it does not keep me up. Well, you got some serious issues brewing underneath.
So refer to our adrenal fatigue episode and stress versus good versus bad, and then you'll probably get a little explanation of that.
Because you will have to be dead tired not to drink coffee and not to wake up.
Absolutely. Guys, your future looks a whole lot better already. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
That's right. Hip hip hooray coffee.
Bye.